There's this savings method that's been around for literally centuries, but now it's getting a serious high-tech upgrade. Today, we're going to look at how this old idea of saving together as a community is being totally reimagined for the digital age. It's all about putting the power of your community right there in your pocket.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You're dreaming of that amazing vacation, or maybe trying to pull together a down payment for a place of your own. You know you need to save, but just watching that bank account number slowly, so slowly creep up, man, it can feel like a real uphill battle.
Yeah, those big price tags on major life goals, they can make saving the old-fashioned way feel painfully slow. It can even be pretty discouraging. It's a challenge for pretty much everyone. How do you bridge that gap between where you are right now and where you want to be with your money? And look, these goals are so personal, they're different for everyone. For some people, it's something super practical, like making rent or paying school fees. For others, it's a huge milestone, like a wedding. Or maybe, and this is a big one, it's just about building up that all-important emergency fund. The point is, everybody has their own something they're saving up for.
But here's a thought. What if the best solution isn't some brand new flashy banking app? What if it's an idea that's literally been working for centuries? Yeah, way before we had digital transfers or anything like that, communities all over the world figured out this incredibly powerful way to hit their goals. And they did it by saving together.
Okay, so the official name for this is a ROSCA. That stands for Rotating Savings and Credit Association. And the idea is actually so simple, but it's brilliant. A group of people, they all agree to put in a fixed amount of money into one big pot, and they do it regularly. Then, each time on a rotating basis, one person in the group gets to take home the whole lump sum. Simple, right?
And what's really fascinating to me is just how global this concept is. Seriously, in Mexico, they call it a tanda. In Nigeria, it's an ajo, in China, a hui, and in the Middle East, it's a Jam3ya. The names are all different, but that core idea, that powerful principle of community-powered savings, it's exactly the same.
So, that brings us to the big question, right? How do you take this amazing tradition, something that's built entirely on trust, and make it work for our modern digital world? Well, that is exactly where Jam3ya enters the picture.
What Jam3ya does is it takes that core concept, that ROSCA idea, and it builds a really secure, user-friendly digital platform around it. So the goal is to get that same sense of community, collaboration, and financial empowerment, but now you've got the extra safety and convenience that only technology can offer. And their whole mission really boils down to 5 core values. You've got trust and security. I mean, those are the bedrock, absolutely crucial for anything involving money. But they also really focus on simplicity, a real sense of community, and a big commitment to financial inclusion, which is all about making powerful saving tools available to way more people. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. How does this actually work when you use it? Well, they've broken it all down into a super straightforward process. The whole thing is designed to be simple and totally transparent, from the moment you start to the very end. It really comes down to just 4 easy steps. First, you go through a secure verification process. Once you're in, you can either create your own savings circle or just join one that your friends have already started. And then from there, you manage absolutely everything. The payments, the payouts, all right there in the app. And when I say security, they are really serious about it. This is not just some casual sign-up. They want to make sure everyone in the circle is reliable. So the verification is pretty thorough. We're talking ID, proof of income, even a credit report. This whole digital vetting process is what builds that foundation of trust. And honestly, it's the #1 defense against the biggest risk in any savings circle, which is, someone not making their payment.
And that focus on security, it's backed by some serious credibility. Jam3ya is actually part of the Emirates NBD FinTech Incubator. So what that means is they're tapping into the know-how and the network of a huge regional bank to help build and perfect their platform. That's a big deal.
So once you're all verified, setting up your savings circle is honestly a breeze. You just give your group a name, you decide how much everyone's going to chip in each month, and you set how long it's going to run. The app does all the math and the heavy lifting for you. And this right here, this is the most important part. You're not saving with a bunch of random strangers. You invite your friends, your family, the people you work with and trust, your community. The platform is basically using tech to recreate that essential face-to-face trust that's made these saving circles work for hundreds of years. Now this feature, this is brilliant. It solves one of the biggest headaches you could have, transparency. The circle tracker shows everybody in the group who's paid and when they paid. So you can forget about all those awkward, hey, did you send the money yet texts? There's no confusion. It's all right there out in the open, which keeps everyone accountable in a really simple visual way. So when you step back and look at the whole picture, you've got this ancient tradition, you've got modern tech, you've got top-notch security, and you've got your community. It really all comes back to one simple thing: helping people, actually achieve their goals. And it doesn't matter what that goal is. This tool is designed to help you get there. Maybe you're funding your education, or you need that new laptop for work, or hey, maybe you're trying to get some seed money for a side hustle. It's all about making those big dreams feel, well, real, tangible, like something you can actually do. There's this quote on their site that just perfectly sums it all up. This isn't just another app for moving money around. It's about using technology to reinforce the very things, trust, supporting each other, that make communities strong to begin with.
So that kind of leaves us with one final thought to chew on. If you got your group together, your most trusted friends, your family, what's that one big goal that you could all finally knock out if you pooled your money together? Really, it's something to think about.